Welcome to the Get Fit for a Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Jo, and I'm here to guide you on how to achieve a fitter and healthier life. As we approach the new year, it's a time that many of us start thinking about changes we want to make to our life, and to how we feel. It's a time for setting goals. And yes, I'm talking about those New Year's resolutions. But let's be honest, how many of us have set a New Year's resolution only to find it completely forgotten or abandoned just a few weeks later? It's a common story. And today we're going to explore why that happens and, more importantly, what we can do differently this year so we keep on track. Firstly, why is it that we struggle to stick to our resolution? Well, often it's because our goals are either too vague or perhaps they're just too ambitious for where we're at now. So we want to make a change, but we don't have a clear idea of what that change looks like in our daily lives. So perhaps what we do is we set targets that are simply too big for us to tackle all at once. So rather than following the same old path that you do every year, this year, to try and make a lasting, impactful change, start by setting yourself a goal that truly matters to you. Don't just do what everybody else does because, you just want to do a New Year's resolution. Think about what truly matters to you. So really think about why is it you want to do that, to achieve that goal. Think about something you genuinely want to achieve. It has to matter to you for you to stick with it. So it's not just about losing weight or getting fit. It's about why those things matter to you. So do you need to feel more energetic if you've got low energy levels at the moment? Do you want to keep up with your children or your grandchildren? Do you have a health condition that you want to manage better? Whatever it is, hold that thought. So once you've got your goal and your why, what you need to do then is break that down into break down what you want to achieve into smaller, manageable habits. So remember that big changes always start with small steps. So for instance, if your goal is to be more active, great. But start with a commitment to a 10-minute walk each day rather than an hour at the gym 4 times a week. Being realistic about what you will have time for and can easily commit to are one of the main reasons people fail to stick to their new resolutions. You have to find something that you can accommodate and fit into your life as it is now, and then work on expanding the time and commitment over time as you build that new habit. So people so often just overcommit and then they become easily deflated or overwhelmed because what they're trying to do in the first few days or weeks is just too much of a shock to their system. It's too much of a change for them. You really need to focus on just making some small steps in the right direction. And so, for example, if you're new to exercise or you haven't exercised much recently, expecting to run a marathon in a few weeks' time, it's not realistic. Yeah. So get real, think small. Yeah. Not because you don't want to achieve big things, but you have to start by thinking small, breaking your goal down into something that's achievable in the next few weeks. What's also really important is to give your new habits, your new resolutions, time to bed in. So habit formation is a process and it does require patience. And consistency is your best friend here, yeah? So a little bit done daily is far more effective than going out for a run once a month. The sum of what you achieve in 2024 is what you do consistently over the year, not for what you do for 1 week or what you do in the month of January. It's what you do over time that moves you in the right direction, and that builds up over time to actually get you where you want to be. It's also really important to track your progress. So it can be as simple as marking off days on a calendar. So seeing your streaks, your success over time, it's probably going to be really motivating for you. But one thing you have to bear in mind is do not obsess over keeping a streak going. So if you've been for your daily 10-minute walk, as an example, for 2 weeks, and then you miss a day, you know, your schedule goes wrong and you can't do it one day, then that can be quite demotivating if you're fixating on the 2-week streak that you've had. Yeah. So it's actually something to think about, is to actually focus on the bad days you have, or the days that you don't achieve it, and look at how many of those you're having and look at reducing those. Okay. So let's face it, we're all human. We are not going to be perfect. Yeah. So what you want to do is to live your life in 2024. Things are going to get in the way of living your perfect life, whether that's illness, a vacation, or a celebration, that mean you won't be 100% perfect on quite a few days over the year. Now, don't focus on those bad days as being really bad. Instead, have a bit of a mindset shift. Yeah. Focus on reducing how many bad days you have over the longer term. So, as an example, if at the moment you snack on chocolate bars every day and you know that that's not helping you lose the fat that you want to lose, you know you need to cut back, right? Giving up something you love completely will probably lead you to resent the process of fat loss. You're also far more likely to fall off the wagon because actually you're taking something you really enjoy completely away from your life. So instead of committing to never eating chocolate again, what you should be doing is focus on reducing the amount of days you eat chocolate bars over time and track that. So what happens if you do stumble? What happens if you miss a day for your walk, or you find yourself slipping back into those old routines of a chocolate bar every day? It's normal, right? You're human. The key here is not to beat yourself up about it. Acknowledge the slip, learn from it, and get right back on track. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. So, for example, try not to have 2 or 3 bad days on the trot. Focus on reducing or breaking the bad streak, not on the one day you treated yourself and beating yourself up for that. Focus instead on making the bad days less frequent. Lastly, it's really important to surround yourself with support. So whether it's a friend, a partner, a family member, or even a community online, having someone to share your journey with really does make a difference. And if you need more structured support, remember, I'm always here for you. So as a personal trainer and coach, I specialize in helping women in midlife achieve their health and fitness goals. I'm here to give you a gentle nudge and to help you get some perspective and help guide you towards your goals. So if you're not going to use a coach, I would really encourage you to find somebody else in your circle of friends or family to give you some extra support whilst you're making some potentially quite difficult changes to how you live your life. So as we step into the new year in the next few days, let's set goals that matter, break them down into small, achievable habits, and give yourself the patience and the time, the mindset and the support that you need to succeed. One last thing. Why are you waiting for the new year to start making these changes? Why is it that you're putting your goals and aspirations on hold? The truth is that there isn't really any magic in January the 1st. The best time to start working towards a healthier, happier you is the moment you decide to do it, the moment you decide it's important to you. So why wait? Please don't fall into the trap of the perfect time myth. Every day is an opportunity to take a small step towards your goals. So whether it's as simple as choosing a healthier meal, going for that short walk, or just taking a few minutes for yourself, all of those small actions add up. They build momentum. And before you know it, you will be making progress towards your goals, no matter what the calendar says. So, as we do approach New Year, by all means, set those resolutions, but more importantly, start now. Start where you are. You don't need a new year to make a change. All you need is a fresh new day, and that day can be today. See you next time.